On Fox Business, an extraordinary new show, My New Addiction, Strange Inheritance. You never know what host Jamie Colby is going to dig up. In case you missed it last night, here's a clip from one of the episodes. It is about a collection of rusty cars that turn out to be junkyard gems.
There's about 220 of them. They're mostly American cars, and they're pre-war, which is pre-1942. Very rare cars because at the start of World War II, they started limiting production, and you could only get one from a ration coupon.
Stewart and Yvette make plans for a one-day auction right here on the salvage lot. Word begins to spread about Oliver Jordan's old treasures. Stewart soon learns that's not altogether a good thing.
Yeah. Jamie Colby joins us now. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about that episode. I loved that one. That is where the phrase rust bucket came from. I mean, you look at these old cars that they had around, and they'd just been eaten by the elements.
It's true. So I have to admit that was one day on the job that wasn't so glamorous.
Really, yes.
Trees were literally growing up through the middle of these cars.
Amazing.
But hidden away where Stewart, who is the heir, had not really been able to be as a child and growing up. His grandfather wouldn't allow anyone on the lot. He was a hoarder, clearly.
Yeah.
There were gems, 2 Cords, vintage cars that fully restored would be worth several $100,000 each.
Yeah.
So he brought in the professionals. He brought in an auctioneer. We were there for the auction, and he invested a lot in preserving his grandfather's legacy, as a lot of people do in these 26 stories that we've told.
Some things I loved about this story, so the grandfather was 95 years old, I think it was. He brought the grandson in because, he could maybe sense that the end was coming, and he wanted to show him the collection and get to know him. Right, finally. It had been this huge scandal in the family. I mean, he was one of the first guys to have a midlife crisis. At like 35, he left his wife, right, for a 16-year-old girl.
Well, Stewart's mother died when he was sick, which was tragic in and of itself. But his grandfather then married a schoolgirl.
There you go.
And
still scandalous. She was very young, still scandalous.
Very beautiful, scandalous, but, Stewart to the rescue. He's just like the other people in the story, where everyone comes together, families come together at a time like that. And then Bonnie and Clyde. Can you imagine for me being able to hold Bonnie?
That's coming up tonight, right?
That is
so
tonight.
Bonnie and Clyde, you have the weapons that were actually that actually killed Bonnie and Clyde, right? That's one of them. And then they had their own guns that were involved. Those are some of the ones you're talking about?
Well, this is a Texana collection. If you know anything about Texas, they take Texas pretty seriously. The collection is unbelievable. Bonnie and Clyde was a part of it that we focused on. But we also have the nickel that was originally declared fake by the Secret Service. You'll see that tonight. That may or may not be the missing 5th 1913 nickel. We have stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks.
It's amazing.
You just can't make it up. And we were there, like the bug episode last night, the largest private collection of insects.
Right, because everybody collects insects.
$6 million. Don't you know?
I do. Yes. Definitely. The nickel one was amazing. I won't give it away. But back and forth, is it real? Is it not real? This thing is so valuable, or maybe it's totally worthless. What a roller coaster. Jamie Colby, I love the show. I'm totally addicted.
I love that you're addicted. Do not break the addiction.
Okay. Thank you so much.